Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to some more Microtopia here on Bear's Den. As you can see, we've had another nuptial flight. We have sent out a total of 8. We sent out 5 in one and 3 in the other. We have one sitting up there already and another one getting ready to go. We are slowly but surely creeping back up to above 150, but it's been a bit of a pain due to being a bit low on our guys here because of a minor catastrophe we had. I have to make sure that those drones do not get backed up there again. But I did go ahead and spend the first one of our inventor points on the ant launcher, and that's what we're going to be checking out hopefully today. So to make this, it says it's a ballistic device that can shoot ants into the air. Use it to launch ants to other islands, but be careful when they land. You can adjust the angle and the power of the launcher. But to use it, we need diodes. And we haven't made diodes yet. Now, luckily, it needs like 15 copper, because we have way too much copper. The reason why I chose to get this is because we have no glass, and that's going to be an issue. We have these guys that are getting a little bit left out of this one. They're actually going to have this place broke down here relatively soon, but as you can see, we are full of copper here. We are full of copper here, and we are full of copper over on the other island as well. So these poor guys are just walking themselves until they're dead if they mine up a copper. So we need to get this here, which is our facility, which we have not made yet. Well, we haven't used it other than it's the same thing we use for this here. It's a factory we haven't actually used yet. But we're going to go ahead and set up something similar to this for the diodes. Let's go ahead and move this over, say, here for right now. And I've already got it set for diodes, which means we need wire and we need screws. And we have copper being smelted here, but we don't have anywhere making wires yet. So we need to make I'll get some foundations out here real quick. We need to make a workshop here, and we need to set that to make us wires. And I don't know how many we're going to need, so we'll just leave that one like that for right now, and then we'll put this down here, and that'll give us one for making our wire. And then we'll just need to get screws and wires for this. And you guys have seen me set all these up before, so I'll go ahead and pause here, get everything set up, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, I think I got this all set up now. And we're going to have to borrow somebody out of here because we do not have enough guys coming through that they're bypassing and getting over here. So this I did forget to set. There we go. So now he will start making our wires. And we'll go ahead and grab this guy and have him come into this one. And then he will grab a screw. Now, this is going to be a minor issue with this, is he didn't get to grab that. So now he's got that screw that he does not need. So I might have to do, and this is something I probably should do for the other one as well, which is to check the stockpiles of the inputs. And yeah, now he thinks this is supposed to be for that, so for screws. So now he's got that. So alright, so that'll work. That give us our diode. Now transportation, we need 3 of these. So we'll let him get those made. And I think we're definitely going to put in, because as you see, he's really not keeping up with this. So I think we're definitely going to put in at least 2 of these. I should be able to move that over now. Yeah, there we go. So then that'll be as easy as moving that over, doing that, and then we just put in a divider that goes there and there, have that one go there and back down to there, and then we just borrow one of these guys and we change this number to 2. And you ended up on the wrong one, so it sends you back. There we go. And now we should be good, except he's gonna go try to grab one of those, which he can't. Yeah, we gotta deal with that. Yeah, you're gonna keep trying to pick it up. There we go. Now, make sure you get the wire. Thank you. And now with 2 of these, we shouldn't have that issue. I think these 2 should be able to keep up with that one. But again, I might do a thing where I check how many of these there is. But we have enough now that we can make one of these. It says to be careful, which is not really in my nature. Let's go ahead and do this. And you look like a good test subject. Come here. So we're going to put you in there. And now, oh, we got power, rotation, and angle. Alright, and you just got flung right off the island. Alright, so we need this up. Is it going to show us in any possible way where you're going? It does not look like it. So let's give it a little more power. And you look like a good test subject number 2. So let's load you up. And we can actually keep an eye on you. And, well, he made it over here. So now we need to see which way is quicker. If we grab you, you come here and stand right here. Alright, we've got one going across right there. So now we're going to put this guy in there. He just started across the thing. Oh yeah, that is way quicker. Alright, so if we set one of these up on either side, we could just fling them across. Now, question is, you're about to die. We don't want to take you. I don't know why you guys are coming back empty-handed. Are we out on both? Yes we are. Because we only have 2 miners over here right now. And the other one is set for this one, which we can kind of get rid of. We don't need that anymore. We do have concrete that I don't think we need over here. We don't have any iron over here, so I'd have to do some mining. But we're gonna take this guy, and he gets across here. I want to see if we can. Oh, you're out of fiber, aren't you? Alright, you, come here. Don't drop that. I want to see if I can fling you with something in your hand, or if you won't go in with something in your hand. Okay, you will not go in with something in your hand. Alright, so I can fling them across, but I can't fling them across with something they're carrying. So, like, getting these guys over there would be fine, but they'd have to walk back to carry what they're bringing. Okay. And yeah, that's getting fed from over there. And we don't have any. We have very little over here. So I think what we're going to need to do is probably set up a second one of these. Actually, no. What we're going to do is we're going to change this target to this one. And then we'll probably have to figure out how to get this, instead of jumping over here, getting over to that stockpile. And that's going to take a little bit of fudging. I'll do that later. Alright, so we know this can get roughly to here. So then we need to fling one over to there. Now, the question is, how do we get this stuff back? Because we can't shoot them back. There's copper over here, but there's no iron over here. And to make a... Yeah, we need iron to make the slinger. to sling stuff back. So we could make a bridge across there for them to walk back across. We have the concrete. But I think I want to use this for getting them over to where we want them. Like, we won't have to make so many drones if we can just shoot them way back over here. Now, granted, we have to get the stuff back across, but if we just fling the guys way back there, then we can set up a thing up here for them to pick it up and take it back. So, what is... We've only got this at 3/4 power. Let's make another one real quick. Alright. We'll set the angle up like that. We'll max out the power. And we'll rotate it. Go about there. Alright, you come here, buddy. You're going to go for a flight so we can see how far you go. Whoa. Oh yeah, you made it all the way back here. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not back far enough, but it's not bad. Alright, let's send you back over here so you can get to work. Now, that was maximum power, maximum angle. I could set up another one over there and just shoot them again. That's an idea. Now, there's another idea that I want to look at. I'll see if I can implement this to work in a minute. But I want to see if I can figure out... Let me get myself turned around here the right direction. So, what I'm thinking is to set up a counter gate. Kind of like this. And then with a counter end gate here. Which I think is backwards. I can never figure out which way to put these things. So the counter end gate goes that way. So now if I put you here, I put that off like that. Okay. That should detect one. He walks through, now he's not counting. Okay. So what I'm thinking is... The problem is that these guys have a lifespan of like 4 minutes. Because what I'm wanting to do is if I have a princess come in here, I want to set it up to where I don't have to walk these guys all the way around here. and then split them back up and do the thing. I want to be able to section off the 5 pod worker 1s, the 5 pod worker 2s, 15 iron workers, 15 regular workers, so on and so forth, to go in there. Problem being that it's taking about 9 minutes to get this done. Now, granted, if I'm only making drones to shoot the guys, if I'm only making drones for this because I'm shooting the guys, then the drones aren't going to have to be made unless we need them here. We can only use the excess workers to do that. And see, that 9-minute timing is almost perfect. So I want to see if I can work something out to where this counter doesn't work. Now, what I could do is set it up with a timer gate. Since we have a timer gate, if we do a timer gate here, and then we do a timer gate on the other end of it, and it's a stockpile gate. We do a timer gate here, and a timer gate here. That's going to let them in. If we set this to minutes, we'll leave it on like 30. Send this guy in. He's going to go in. That's going to count him. And then that's going to trip that, and no more can come out. So then if I sent another guy in, he's going to get trapped in here for that amount of time until that goes. And see, that's kind of the issue, is I'd have to get the timer set up in such a way that this one doesn't open until this one has sent one in to be made. Then it opens. It lets the right count through. And then this one opens. Can't do a reverse count is what sucks, because I need to open it once we have the right number in there, and I don't know of a way to do that, and I don't know if there's something possibly coming in up on all this that would help with that. That's what I'm wanting to do, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to. Because for one, I would like to not be wasting so many of my young ones making the regular workers that are just going to work. If I could shut this one off and only have it come on when I need them, but they're usually the ones that are just about the last to go, because I need 15 of them, so that's 30 babies. I think I could get my max population would be a lot better if I wasn't wasting so many on those workers. Alright, I'm going to see what I can do to figure out how I want to fling these guys. And hey, it looks like they got their first one done. Which that might be what I actually use my first ones for, is getting the guys over to here. But no, we really need to get the glass done, so I'm going to work on this flinging idea, and I'll be right back to show you what I came up with. Alright, so I got it set up. I brought our line over here, going to the launcher, and that will launch them to right about this area, I'm thinking, and then they will split. I had to set this area up here for processing so I could get our bridge made to get over there, because I can't set up another launcher and it really isn't necessary. But that'll get us to that other island. And, well, as you can see, we have almost no ants left. We have had a major catastrophe where, again, this happened, which has happened again. We don't have any drones, so they're getting bogged up, and then they're dying off. So the issue is not having enough plant fiber to make the fabric to get the drones quick enough to do this. And honestly, I think that for a first official run through this, because the other one was just kind of taking a look at the beginning and going through the basics, I think I'm ready to end this series here. It doesn't really look like anybody's really paying attention anymore. If I'm wrong and you guys want me to continue this, or what I will probably do is start a whole fresh new world and follow the instincts a little bit better, let me know. But if not, I think that's kind of it. I like the idea of this game. I love the way you can set up the different gates and stuff. But it would be so much nicer if we could copy this stuff. It just gets so painful setting things up over and over and over again. Like I just got done over here on the jungle island, setting this up again, having to move everything to set up that new mining area. It would be so nice if I could just copy that, paste it at the next one. You know, most of the things are pretty normally shaped. Same thing with, you know, like smelting areas. If you use these, you should be able to just copy what's them and what's on them. That would be a great incentive to using those. And also the fact that you have to really micromanage these ants, because things run out and you'll just have ants sitting there doing literally nothing. And I don't mind that part, but this part, having to feed them all the different ones and not having a way of, unless I'm wrong and there is a way, or if somebody knows a way, again, let me know. But I sat here and racked my brain, and I can't think of a way to make this work. So I'm pretty sure we're done here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If anybody actually sees this end of this, have a good one. And I'll see you in whatever I choose to do next. Later.